That's that pipsqueak strength for you. I gotta knock some sense into these MMA fans, man. Fedor Emelianenko. Fedor Emelianenko. This ain't Peaches and Creamville. Peaches and Creamville. Peaches and Creamville. All right, here we go. Ryan Bader versus Fajeda, who Dan Hardy said Fajeda would be the most dangerous heavyweight on the planet in a couple years' time. Is Bader going to level change onto a shin bone or a knee? Fajeda knocks him down. Nice. I mean, that's what you should do to frickin' Ryan Bader. Good finish. There's Ngannou. That's Ngannou's next opponent. Honestly, that's interesting. This guy is big. He's tall. He's got a long reach. This is an interesting opponent for Ngannou. That's a good fight. Good fight right there. Let's see. Okay, Francis is coming into the cage. What? He's leaving the arena? Come on! The heck is going on? Are you dumb? These guys aren't bringing Francis into the cage. Is this some kind of a fucking joke? How can you be this dumb? Wow. Way to promote your next fight. Amateur hour over here. Absolute amateur hour. Francis Ngannou is the biggest star they have. Oh, there's John Jones. There's Plotty Man Jones. Jones scared of Ngannou? I mean, yeah, for a good reason I think he is. I think it'd be a little bit silly for him not to be. Crazy how Ngannou gets praised for running away from Jones, then throwing stones from across the pond. I mean, listen, I do think that Jones ducked Ngannou just as much as you could say Ngannou ducked him, even more. I mean, Ngannou was willing to fight John Jones. From the Stipe fight all the way up until Ngannou yet left the UFC, what was that, 2 years? John Jones had 2 years to fight Ngannou. Stipe fight, then we had the Gane fight. That's basically a whole year where Jones could have fought him. Whole year. Then another year where Ngannou was having these contract disputes. Jones was the reason that fight didn't happen. It's very clear Jones was the reason. Jones ran. Jones was saying, I'm going to fight the winner of Ngannou versus Stipe. I'm going to fight the winner. If Stipe had beaten Ngannou in the rematch, we would have seen Jones versus Stipe. 100%. We would have seen it right away. He was scared of Ngannou. And maybe for a good reason. Maybe for a good reason. Jones protects his legacy. And if you're a John Jones fan and you want him to be the GOAT, then he's doing the right thing. But he ducked Ngannou. But he was bulking. Dude, Jones had been bulking for years before the Stipe rematch. Or maybe not years, but he had been bulking for an entire year at least. He'd been bulking for like a year and a half. Sure, maybe you could say Jones wanted to get even bigger when he saw Ngannou beat Stipe, which means he ducked him even more. He would have been big enough for Stipe, but not Ngannou. I mean, maybe that makes sense, but it still means he avoided him. Jones can't fight him if there's an interim champ waiting. He signed the contract while Ngannou went to boxing. Interim champ waiting. There wasn't an interim champ waiting, though. Right after Stipe and Ngannou, the rematch, there was like a 6-month period before Cyril Gane got his interim champ. No, but you're saying Gane. There was a 6-month period before Gane fought for the interim belt. They made Gane versus Derek Lewis because Jones had made up his mind that he needed more time. That's why they made that fight. If Jones was the guy that said, all right, like, I'm in. I'm fighting the winner. If it's Ngannou, we'll fight Ngannou. They would have made that fight for like September, November. There wouldn't have been an interim belt. I think that you're definitely wrong on this one. Listen, at the end of the day, the people that are watching this stream, I'm the expert. So you can fucking bicker all you want, man. There's a reason why I'm the expert, man. Unsubscribed, you've gone too far. What did I go too far on? I'm literally saying that John Jones ducked Ngannou, but he should have. I think it's a good thing that he ducked him. Actually, I don't know, man. He may have beaten Ngannou. Like, the version of Ngannou that fought Cyril Gane, he may have lost to Jones. I mean, Gane took down Ngannou. I think Jones probably would have been able to do that. And Jones wouldn't have made the same mistake. Jones would have fought the injured Ngannou. They couldn't agree. They made the interim. Then they agreed. And Ngannou said no. I don't know. I mean, listen, I don't know what was going on after the interim belt, but they already made the interim belt. And I know that John Jones said he was going to fight the winner, and then he fucking pussied out right after. Whoa! He did. As soon as the freaking Stipe and Ngannou fight happened, Jones went into hiding. Everyone was talking about how Jones was going to fight the winner. Everyone. He didn't say no to Jones, Corvo. He said no to his contract. You're making stuff up. Jones came back as soon as Ngannou left. Yeah, that's so suspicious, is it not? As soon as Ngannou leaves, Jones signs. Dude, Ngannou would have fought John. I'm telling you, man. He would have fought him. Like, you can say, yeah, well, what about after the Gane fight? All right, he fought his contract out after the Gane fight. Fair enough. He shouldn't have fought Gane. The fact that he fought Gane in the first place, the fact that Gane was getting an interim belt in the first place just means that Jones was not interested in fighting him at the time. If John Jones is, I'm sorry, if Ngannou was injured after the Stipe fight and Jones said, I'm coming back no matter what, I want Ngannou next, the UFC would have held out. They wouldn't have put on an interim belt on the line. They would have made Jones versus Ngannou for January of 2022, and that's that. But my main point, Corvo, is that Ngannou still had one more fight on his contract. He wouldn't have had a choice. Like, he needed to fight one more time, and he would have been happy to do it against John. John was the reason that fight didn't happen in 2022. If Ngannou lost to Jones, his pay would have gone down, which makes sense. Why would a non-champ make $8 million? Ngannou didn't believe he could win. Yeah, but Ngannou was willing to fight him in 2022. After 2022, after the Gane fight, I understand what you're saying is Ngannou wanted more money. He then became a little bit of an issue. I agree. Like, after the Gane fight, you gotta have Ngannou take responsibility for that fight not happening as well. But before the Gane fight, that's on Jones. That's on Jones. Jones is actively ducking Aspinall. Yeah, but he's smart to duck Aspinall. Like, Jones, in my opinion, should retire, but he should never fight Aspinall, bro. Never. Why would he let Aspinall make a name off of beating him when Jones isn't planning on sticking around for more than one fight? Why are you hating on? I'm not hating on Jones. Why do you think I'm hating on Jones? The cope is unreal. John did not want that smoke. He didn't want the smoke. I don't think Ngannou was ever scared of Jones. I think that he just didn't want to fight in the UFC for the low pay. And he also didn't really, well, listen, he didn't want to risk losing, of course, on his last fight. But why fight Gane, bro? He should have been Jones. He wouldn't have ducked Jones if Jones was the guy standing in front of him instead of Gane. He would have fought him. Gane Lewis was mid-2021, not 2022. Jones wanted to fight in 23. That's not ducking. Oh, you're right. You're right. 2021. No. I understand that. But what I'm saying is the fact that they made Gane and Derek Lewis in 2021 in August for an interim belt is because Francis was injured and they needed to have an opponent for him that was ready. They needed to have some kind of an opponent for him. If John Jones had accepted the Francis fight and was saying, I'll fight Francis, I'm down, then upon Francis Ngannou's return, it would have been him versus Jones. The only reason they gave Gane a chance at the interim belt is because Jones had not wanted to fight him. That's why. People aren't having dementia, acting like John didn't literally say Francis was very scary fight while Francis asked for the fight for over a year. I'm telling you, man, Jones was the guy that was saying, listen, Francis is a very scary individual. If I fight this guy, I can get knocked out. I got my whole legacy on the line. I'm not taking risks. I need to get paid for that dude. He was saying that for years. I'm not saying Francis was not in some way responsible for that fight not happening, but that's only the case after the Gane fight that Francis had when his contract had run out. Good old fashioned peach.